Hey guys, it's Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to take a look at Why'd You Only Call Me When You're High by the Arctic Monkeys. So as is typical by the Arctic Monkeys, we've got a lot of guitar layers going on, a lot of quirky little guitar riffs everywhere. So it's really something that you need like 6 guitar players to play, just like the album. I will say we are in standard tuning here, and I believe they actually play in standard tuning live, except they play in a different key. So from what I can tell, the song is, based off F sharp minor, and then you've got it's an E minor when they play it live. So when you see them play it live, might not be the finger positions might line up exactly because of that. So now we're going to do it like the album though. So we're going to do this starting with this main riff, which is kind of doubles the bass line. So that's how it's played. At least you'll see that throughout a lot of the song. There's a variation that we'll take a look at. Starts occurring in the second verse. So we're going to start here with just the second fret there on the low E. We're going to have it nice and palm muted, and then we go 4 to 5 on the A string. Hit that a couple times, then to 2 on the A. Then go 4-2, and then you're gonna, to start over, you go the open E, and then you're back to the second fret of the low E. So we have this. Let's repeat. So that kind of carries the song for the whole first verse and stuff. Now over that, when the verse hits, we have this cool little riff. All right, so that is just going up the F sharp minor scale. So we're gonna just play starting off the F sharp, this 9th fret on the A string, still really palm muted, 9 on the A, then 7, 9 on the D, then move up to 11, then up to 12. Now that's how he plays it, the fingerings that he uses. That's why I'm playing it like that and not doing, kind of going different areas. But we're gonna use the same finger to play those notes, and then the 9th fret of the G, then back to 12, 11 on the D. All right, now from there, now you can play that like that if you want, because he does shift back here to the 9th fret with that 3rd finger, or the ring finger. And from there you go 9, 7, 9, 11, 9, 7. Then 9, 7 on the A. And then it starts over. So we have this. So we have this all together. Repeat. Now the 3rd time through, he stops on that 12 and then picks it up at the ending part where that goes. There's this little pause there. The vocals keep going, and he just picks it up at that second half of the riff there. So we have this. So he just removed this part. So skip it there. All right, so that's pretty straightforward for the first verse and the chorus. Then we get to the second verse, and we have some guitar layers coming in. One of them is a little bit more gain than I have on this setting right now, but it's a slide from 14 on the B string down to 7 on the B. Now he actually does a little volume swell So you might actually want to just roll your volume off your guitar or with a foot pedal and pick it, then bring up the volume and then do the slide. All right, now while we do that, we're still doing the main riff, but there's a variation this time. See if you can catch it. Right there. And then it just keeps going the same way again. So it's the same riff we did before, played 2 times, and then you have a little variation on that riff, and then you play it 1 time the way you did before. So just the 3rd time it's different. So it looks like this. So that's there at the 2nd fret there, same thing that starts the riff. Jump up to the 9th fret on the A, 9, 7, 5, and then you hit that 5 again. And then it's back to the riff. Same old, same old. So the second half of the riff is the same. All right, one other guitar layer that's going on there, you can decide which one to do during the 2nd verse is this. It's very low in the mix. All right, so the bass player's going to be doing that. So you might be able to hang out up here, and you have a 2nd guitar player doing this, and you can just. So that's hitting the 7th fret on the B string 10 times. And then doing this little melody on the high E. 7, 9, 10, 9, 7, 9. Heavily muted. All right, then we get back to the chorus where we have that same riff going on, except now the guitar swells over it, or the guitar slides, let's just call them. They're both swells and slides. Go. You do that 14 to 17, this is during the chorus. Then pick 7 and slide up to 12. And you repeat that. So 14 to 7. Then slide up to 12. Just keep repeating that. Oh, I'm sorry. And then at the very end of it, going into the I guess this would be, it kind of has a big guitar melody part here. It's at the 1 minute and 33-second mark. You're going to lead into it by going slide 12 to 7. That comes out of that 2nd chorus. And it goes into some chords like this. You have one guitarist, it'll play this chord progression. All right, so that's a B minor chord. That's a bar at the 2nd fret with the 3rd fret on the B, 4th fret on the G, and the D. I'm barring across 5 strings there at the 2nd fret. All right, you're going to move up now 3 frets and grab this D major chord. You can do it as an open D if you want, but you can just grab it at the 5th fret there on the A string and bar the 7th fret on the D, G, and the B. So we have from that B minor to D, and then you're going to go to an F sharp minor chord. So this is a full bar across 6 strings at the 2nd fret, and you're going to add the 4th fret on the D and the 4th fret on the A. And it's really just kind of you can do a simple rhythm, just like 1, 2, 1, 2, just downstrokes, and 4 times on the F sharp minor. Just repeat those same chords. Now the 4th time through, you're going to end the section by starting playing the first 2 chords twice like normal, and then just back that D major chord up back to 1 fret. to a C sharp major chord. Hit it, those same strings, same everything, same chord shape, just 1 fret lower on the neck, and then hit it and just let off the pressure so you kill the sound, and then do it again. All right? Now what's going on over that is a guitar melody. Now the guitar melody sounds like this. All right, so that's 7 on the B string, then 10-7, then jump up to the 14th fret there on the B. This pretty much this melody, whole melody, except for the very last note, is on the B string. So 7, 10, 7, 14, and then 10, 12. Then you start over the same way. Except just go 7, 10, and then jump up to 17. And slide 17 to 14. So we have this so far. So after this slide, then the same 10, 12. Then start over the same way as before. Now you're starting again. Except this last time it goes 7, 10, 7, over to 6 on the G string, which is when they play that C sharp major chord. All right, so that whole melody section. Now from there, we're at the 1 minute and 56-second mark here. Make sure I'm not leaving anything out. We're going to now just play over a D and an F sharp minor chord. So the last 2 chords in that previous section. So it's just the D to the F sharp minor. You don't have to worry about the B minor. Now, what it sounds like they're doing here is they're using an octave pedal, because you have the same guitar line going like this. And you hear this too. All right, so he's probably using an octave pedal. Thing is, they don't really play it live. It runs off of I guess there's another guitar player behind stage playing or whatever, but you can't see either of them do it live, not from anything I've seen. So, but there is the same guitar line an octave apart. Now, I'll give you a couple options. I'll show you how to play it as if you're using an octave pedal. So you can play it down here and then have this note played by the pedal. So, all right, so that's the 4th fret on the D. And then that's 2 on the B, 5, 3, 2. And then over to 2 on the G string. And then one more time with 2, 4. All right, and then you're going to bend up the 4 again. There's a couple bends. So we have this. And then back to the F sharp to start it, same melody again. Except this time you don't end with a bend, you just end over with the 4th fret on the D. So it still does that 2, 4 twice. So that's the melody. All right, now I'll show you how to play it up here. Now the added bonus of playing it up here is that is actually the louder part. You hear it more on the recording. So if it's just one guitar, you don't have an octave pedal, you should probably play the high part. That also allows you to go back and forth between the actual guitar solo that is played in there. So I'll play it with the guitar solo so you can kind of hear how they fit together. We have this. All right, so those are actually two different guitar parts combined. One is the octave, what we played before, so that's a slide 7 up to 14, and then play 17, 15, 14 on the B string. Then jump back here to the 10th fret, that 10, 12 twice there. Now the reason I'm coming back here because that allows me to just jump into the guitar solo. So let me show you without the guitar solo. All right, and then when you repeat, you just end the melody there. You still do 10, 12 twice, but end the melody on the 11th fret there on the G, and then repeat. So, what we're doing here is we're just taking now the guitar solo, which looks like this. That's a slide into the 11th fret on the G string, to 10 on the B, bend to the 12, and release. Then we have the melody happen again. And then the next piece of the guitar solo. That's a pre-bend at the 12th fret on the B string. Hold that pre-bend, pick it, release, then pick it again, then 10 on the B, over to 11 on the G. Then you start the melody again. The one that ends with the bend, and then we have the next part. There's like 3 little licks to this guitar solo. The third lick, that's sliding into the 6th fret on the G string, 5 on the B, 7, bend at the 7th fret there on the B string, back to the 5, and then back to the melody, the one that ends with 11, and then you're going to end the guitar solo. That's sliding into 6 again on the G, 5 on the B. This time jump up to the 9th fret and do a half step bend, and then 7th fret there on the B string. Now from there, the song just continues with those 2 chords and just kind of just simplifying the melody. So you can do it all up here, really. Just 14, 17, 15, 14 on the B, and then 14, 16 twice on the G. So you can just keep repeating that. Once again, they add lots of layers. They have another guitar in there that's doing that, kind of slides between 17 and 14. So you really gotta just choose what you think is the most viable to the song if you have just limited guitar players to play it. So watching live videos of them, you can kind of really see how they do it. They do it a little bit differently every time, well, a lot of times, and they're usually playing it, like I said before, they're playing it down in E, not F sharp. All right, so I think we grabbed all the parts there, all the essential parts at least. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.